Welcome to TzuChi This Week. I'm Dennis Wu. It's good to have you with us. In Japan, TzuChi volunteers revisit Saitama Prefecture's Kisai High School for the second time to verify the needs of 1,360 quake survivors taking shelter there. The founder of the TzuChi Foundation, Master Cheng Yen, is chosen by Time magazine to be among the year's 100 most influential people. And celebrating this year's Earth Day, TzuChi volunteers in central Taiwan are out in full force to promote environmental awareness. We start today's show in Japan, where more than a month after the earthquake and tsunami on March 11th, TzuChi volunteers continue to bring help to disaster victims. Considering the huge scale of the disaster, the local chapter office is looking for ways where it can be most useful. Volunteers plan to distribute aid to 1,360 evacuees sheltering at a high school in Saitama Prefecture on Wednesday.
Here in Japan's Saitama Prefecture, the gym at the Kisai High School Evacuee Center is full of supplies. The 1,360 evacuees from Fukushima basically have everything they need. The visiting TzuChi team realizes now the weather is warmer, their blankets and clothes are too thick.
On our assessment, we found they need blankets and shawls, and these victims are in the gym and in the stairwells in each level of this 5-floor building. We hope this distribution can take place at 1 o'clock in the afternoon of April 27th.
The 7 volunteers are back at Kisai High School for the second time to fix the date for the aid handout, and in the meantime give evacuees soup packs and reusable eating utensils. Although understaffed, Japan chapter volunteers delivered hot food to disaster victims in Ori soon after the earthquake and went deep into the Iwate disaster zone, and today are still looking for other opportunities to help.
We're always searching for ways to help. Every day we examine the changing disaster situation and look for other channels. For example, we're currently exploring a mid- and long-term relief program.
First to arrive and last to leave, the TzuChi volunteers put themselves in the disaster victims' shoes. At the same time, they hope they can leave behind a lasting legacy.
Because of the scope of the disaster, which is also a multiple disaster, the master always tells us we have to repent, cut back and recruit more volunteers. Only with people can we do things and do them well. So on our trip this time, we'll take more volunteers to inspire more bodhisattvas. We really hope we can inspire everyone to volunteer.
As well as delivering aid into the hands of disaster victims, the upcoming distribution will be a chance to recruit more volunteers into TzuChi.
Time magazine has included Master Cheng Yen in its list of 100 most influential people in the world for 2011. TzuChi founder won the accolade for her role as founder and spiritual leader of TzuChi for the last 45 years. But the master said the honor should go to the TzuChi volunteers who are always among the first to arrive and last to leave in countless disaster situations around the world.
TzuChi founder Master Cheng Yen has been named one of Time magazine's 100 most influential people for 2011. When disaster strikes, TzuChi volunteers are among the first to arrive and often provide mid-term support and help rebuild homes and schools. Time magazine mentioned that in the immediate aftermath of the Japan earthquake, when most people were evacuating, volunteers went to help.
Taiwan has no treasures apart from love. It's a real expression of love. The master says we need to repent and face up to natural disasters and help people in that frame of mind.
From 408 points in over 50 countries, TzuChi has aided 70 nations. Volunteers offer charity, healthcare, education, cultural and even bone marrow donations, international aid, environmental protection and community services.
Personal words don't mean much to her. She says it's TzuChi people, not her, and tells us not to highlight her.
Bringing warmth to the suffering and helping the helpless, TzuChi volunteers are living proof that another world is possible.
In New York City, the local TzuChi chapter celebrated its 20th anniversary by holding a fair in Flushing on April 16th. as families and community members came out to enjoy a day of fun and games. Volunteers also remember to share TzuChi's ideas with the participants to keep the relay of love going.
Sack racing in recycled bags. A game about cherishing our water. And vegetarian food sale with reusable eating utensils. This is TzuChi New York chapter's 20th anniversary celebration activities.
This is the first ever major celebration that we have had in Metro New York. Thanks to our volunteer brothers and sisters for cultivating the field of blessings in our communities over the past 20 years, we have more work to do and a chance to serve.
Through the tug of war, children learn about not giving up while their parents watch proudly from the side.
Many kids are here with their fathers and mothers. I think this kind of family activity is excellent.
Normally, I'm quite busy working and rarely have time to keep my children company. Now I get to spend time with them. It feels quite nice.
Though the weather is cold and cloudy, everyone is still having a great time. Finally, the charged Wusu demonstration kicks off the next 20 years of service in New York.
Following the earthquake in Japan, the world has continued to gather love for post-disaster relief. In the Dominican Republic, TzuChi volunteers held a homecoming event for many bamboo banks collected for the disaster victims in Japan. Carefully, each person empties out their bamboo bank, thus adding to the pool of funds already donated. Gilamina, who helped TzuChi canvas funds in the past, is here today to donate the money collected in her bamboo bank.
I have seen many people, both old and young, that have been willing to donate to this cause or participate in our activities. It has been wonderful to have the chance to ask my countrymen if they want to donate. Today we might be helping Japan, and tomorrow it might be helping victims here, just like when Utanis came here to help.
Giving is not limited to adults. Children, with the help of their parents, also show up to pour out their love. Teresa and her brother, Senator Hernandez, have long been supporters of TzuChi. She is also here to do her part.
Disasters are hard to predict. This time it happened in Japan, but several years ago we had a disaster here in the Dominican Republic. At that time, TzuChi helped us out, and so now we're coming to help them aid the victims in Japan.
It's like the master said, donations are a way to be selfless and show love to others. By making sure that people have a chance to donate, you make sure that this flow of love remains uninterrupted.
21 bamboo banks have already come home and are ready to be used to alleviate the suffering of the people of Japan, showing that no matter where a disaster occurs, there will always be people ready to help. Friday, April 22nd is Earth Day, and we have prepared a series of related reports in this segment. In an effort to show their appreciation for our planet, TzuChi volunteers in central Taiwan went into communities to ask people to keep their environment clean, recycle, and eat less meat. At a restaurant in Nantou's Sanlinxi resort area, TzuChi volunteers are preparing vegetarian dishes for its 150 employees.
They have been eating heavily flavored dishes for a long time, so a sudden change will not work. Through this event, we hope to help them learn the benefits of a meatless diet.
Wang Youjun is an employee here and also a TzuChi volunteer. Since March, she has been promoting eating green twice a month. However, TzuChi's kitchen duty volunteers are needed to help the restaurant turn out vegetarian dishes.
If we can make this small change in our diet, we can bring about great benefits to our spirit and body. We're very grateful that you have taken time to come and join us here.
One dish after another, the employees enjoy the food and even suggest that they might try eating vegetarian once a week. Meanwhile, in neighboring Taichung City, volunteers are asking people to try giving up meat at the TzuChi market in Dali district.
Conserve our energy, cut carbon emissions. To save our planet for our next generation, we must recycle.
A fish peddler gladly signs up for TzuChi's environmental mission, and the shopper takes a vegetarian pledge. Arriving in the city's northern area, volunteers are asking residents from Liuhe, Jinzhou, and Jiande boroughs to clean up their neighborhood together. Inspired, the local community head trades in his walking stick for a broom to help with the work.
I used to be a volunteer firefighter 20 to 30 years ago. Now, as a community leader, I help whenever there is an event to be held.
We're holding this event in celebration of Earth Day. We hope to keep this going to inspire more bodhisattvas to join us.
There is only one Earth. Not only should we cherish our planet on Earth Day, but we should nurture and protect it every day for ourselves and our future generations. We have more reports from central Taiwan. Volunteers not only gave a seminar for Farmers Association in Wuzi and an elementary school in Taiping, but also took TzuChi collegiate youth on a cleaning trip in Wufeng. It's a sunny afternoon in Taichung's Wufeng district, and TzuChi volunteers and TzuChi collegiate youths from the Asia University gather at a local tourist attraction to help pick up litter. With a bag in hand, trails, bushes, and ditches, nothing is left unsearched.
I think people in general are more environmentally conscious now. There isn't as much trash as before. I think it'll be even more wonderful if we can keep it up.
Walking for some 2 kilometers, within an hour, the volunteers arrive at their destination. Their garbage bags are full of litter collected along the way.
Along the way, I discovered that cigarette butts are the most common form of trash. I think smoking is detrimental to our health and also costs money. We'll be doing our health and environment a favor by not smoking.
In the city's Taiping district, volunteers arrive at Guanglong Elementary School to talk about TzuChi's environmental mission. Staff and children join the volunteers in an exercise and learn that recycled PET bottles can be transformed into fashionable clothing.
Mother Earth is already screaming for help. Normally, I'd wash my milk bottles and recycle them.
We can help by using reusable utensils and shop with reusable shopping bags instead.
Then volunteers move on to the city's Wuzi district, where they have been invited by a local farmers association to help members of its home maintenance club learn about living in harmony with our environment. The club president is the first to take a vegetarian pledge.
I already don't eat meat for breakfast. On top of that, I'm a vegetarian on the 1st and 15th of every month, so I think I can try to extend that into a month of purely vegetarian diet.
The club members also promise to practice recycling when they go home and encourage their community to follow suit to make every day an Earth Day. On April 17th, TzuChi volunteers opened up a new recycling station in Sungai Buloh in Malaysia. It is the 11th station in the state of Selangor. Community members now have somewhere to recycle and to continue their work on the Bodhisattva path. Collected recyclables in Selangor are brought to Sungai Buloh's newest TzuChi recycling station.
Thank the love which came in from all directions, we have been able to open this recycling station. In appreciation for all the economic connections we share with those that made this place possible, we're asking everyone to join in the ribbon cutting ceremony. Everyone bought a pair of scissors from home, which is why you see so many different kinds of scissors here.
With the ribbon cutting ceremony, TzuChi newest recycling station is now officially open. Though many helped make this station possible, no one was more a part of the process than Li Wanjuan, who donated the space.
That this place finds a good use, I think that's important, otherwise it would stay empty, as there have only been a few families who have rented the space. So I think that to donate this space to a charitable organization for their use is a good thing.
Every good deed starts from a good intention. This intention blossoms and becomes a land of blessing for all to share. Since last year, TzuChi's Sengkarang School in Indonesia has held environmental days twice a week. Students arrive at school with their trash, and each class then takes turns to sort the recyclables. The activity teaches students the importance of conservation.
With garbage in hand, these children arrive at school. Before going to their classrooms, they put the recyclables into the appropriate basket. On the school's environmental days, each of the 1,350 students bring plastic bottles and cardboard from home. Together, they have gathered 5 boxes of recyclables.
Before, our school only collected recyclables, but when I went back to Taiwan for training seminars, I realized that there they don't just collect recyclables, they also sort them. So when I came back and at the beginning of a new semester, we put that ideal into practice. We hope to provide our children with positive values and beliefs.
2 days a week, the students bring garbage from home, and after a while, they all remember to sort them into their different categories. Each class takes turns at taking charge of operation, with students working together to turn the garbage into gold.
I normally come to school with garbage. Whether it's cardboard or bags, we can't throw rubbish around. We should use less plastic products and protect the planet.
While putting environmentalism into practice, all the students learn the importance of protecting our planet as well.
On this day, the 23rd of April, one of the greatest English poets and writers, William Shakespeare, passed away on this day in 1616. The prolific playwright created classics such as Hamlet, Macbeth, and Romeo and Juliet, which have been translated into many languages and adapted for various theatre forms. On this day in 1995, the TzuChi College of Medicine in Hualien, Taiwan, held its first 10K fun run to the Jingsa abode in celebration of TzuChi Foundation's 29th anniversary. Participating hospital staff and other runners took off at dawn from the entrance of the college. The race has become a tradition for the school. Founded in 1989, the TzuChi Junior Nursing College was upgraded by Taiwan's Ministry of Education to the TzuChi College of Technology on this day in 1999. The college has become a place for medical personnel in eastern Taiwan to advance their professional knowledge and skills. The high-definition animated film, Venerable Ingshun, premiered on this day in 2005 as the first of its kind in Taiwan. Produced by Da-Ai Television, the film on the life of the Buddhist luminary was nominated for Best Animation in Taiwan's Golden Horse Awards and Best Animated Feature in China's Golden Panda Awards.
Next, we check on Sanlingdai community resident Chen Xiaoqiao, who has to care for her 3 children and her sick husband. With TzuChi's support, Chen's burden is lightened, giving her time to volunteer.
Returning home from work, Sanlingdai community resident Chen Xiaoqiao starts cooking dinner for her family.
The water used to wash rice can be reused to water the vegetables, and it will grow beautifully because that water is very rich.
While she cooks dinner, Xiao Chao's daughter does her homework with help from her dad, Pan Sunxin.
这些再不认真，那你回来一个，我们有背啊，快点写啦。
With 3 children to feed and Pan Sunxin requiring long-term dialysis, the family was already struggling to make ends meet before Typhoon Morakot destroyed their homes in the mountain. Luckily, TzuChi's reconstruction program gives the family a house to live in, and the nearby Yongling farm also provides Ten with an opportunity to make a living. Now the couple wants to reciprocate TzuChi's love.
他要固定1个月是100还是200？你问他看看。
我是跟他讲说100啦，他说100好。
100好。
对，2个去200这样。
这样哦，好，我都会演哦。我40户喽。
超乎想象，我过得好幸福哦。
It's more than I imagined. I'm living a very fortunate life now. The enormity of what happened helped me to put life into perspective. I'm living in peace and enjoying work.
Living in peace and working happily, Chen Xiaochao's family also make a contribution to their coin banks every day to help those in greater need.
Traveling to Jordan in the Middle East, where despite political unrest in the region, TzuChi volunteers continue their weekly distribution of aid to Bedouin tribes. The desert dwellers also join the volunteers in praying for a disaster-free world.
A week following Japan's devastating earthquake in March, TzuChi volunteers traveled from the capital city of Amman, Jordan to Muaka to carry out their regular distribution. Led by their spiritual leader, the Bedouin people join the volunteers in prayer for the disaster victims in Japan, as well as residents affected by the political unrest in the neighboring country of Syria. The Bedouin people live in a semi-nomadic existence in the desert and have enjoyed their freedom for generations. Today, as their lives become more difficult, many tribe members show up to accept aid from TzuChi and make a donation as well.
25号，我们到摩瓦嘎地区的第2个点来做发放。 expand today our organization already in Japan and also in the whole world the TzuChi member working in the supermarket in the street to asking donation.
The distribution continues for 2 weeks. Whether they are Muslim, Buddhist or Catholic, while praying together for a disaster-free world, everyone here shares the same great love that transcends all boundaries. Though the 5 kilos of rice and sugar, 3 kilos of beans and 2 kilos of cooking oil and tea are just 3 weeks' worth of food for a family, TzuChi volunteers' long-term love and care brings an enduring emotional support for these Bedouin people.
At the end of today's program, we join TzuChi volunteers in the Neihu and Banqiao chapter grounds, who are celebrating TzuChi's 45th anniversary with educational exhibitions. Thank you for watching TzuChi This Week. Have a good weekend. Goodbye.